How's it going, everyone? I'm Francisco from Team Rodfathers, and today we're going to be making some carp bait. What I'm going to show you today has been working for me. You know, a lot of people do other methods, but this has been working for me the last couple of years. I've really dialed it down, and I think that, you know, this is a real big producer. Alright, you guys, also another cool thing too is I'm going to show you a spin-off with the same dough bait with some lamprey eel, which makes it actually a catfish bait. So, hang tight. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. So, what I did off camera, and you guys didn't see, was I boiled about 4 or 5 cups of water. I put some rice in it. It's a little warm to the touch. When you're doing this, please, 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 I can't stress enough, make sure the water cools down so you don't burn your hands. That's the last thing that you want to happen. So, I'm going to put this off to the side. It's going to be part of my mixing bowl. What I'm going to have to do is get a stack of tortillas. Cut this. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. So what I use the tortillas for is kind of like rebarb in concrete, you know. It's really to reinforce the bait and make it strong. So I'm going to take about half that stack. I'm going to place this in here, kind of let it get mushy, mix it around. Alright, next I'm going to use garlic salt. I found out the carp that likes garlic salt a lot, and you know, I just try using much as I can. I'm gonna put all that in there. Alright, cool. So now that I got that set, I'm gonna take some of your regular all-purpose flour. I'm gonna add that in there. I'm about like three cups into that, you know, depending how much you're gonna make. And then here's the best part right here that I think, getting down and dirty with your bait. So you're just gonna sit there and mix it up with the water. And what you want to do is you want to get it into a dough-like consistency. Keep going. So now I see how it's, you know, it's still really mushy, a lot of water in there, so I need to add a lot of binders. Alright, cool. So, you know, this is what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to add gelatin, cherry flavor. That's my personal favorite. I've experimented with like blueberry and all that, but the most success that I've had has been on cherry. So that goes in there. And then I believe there's only one packet for these containers. So I mean, they're like 50 cents, so it's not bad. So what this does, it actually binds and it really keeps your dough bait together. And it gives it a nice, really good red, bloody color, you know, which helps when you start making that catfish bait as well. So mix that in there. So see how it's still soupy? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some breadcrumbs and I'm going to grab more flour. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to mix it. Make sure it's really doughy, consistent. So what happens is when it's nice and doughy and nice and firm, you're able to stick onto the hook better, and it'll allow it to milk in the water a lot slower, which is that's what you want, because those carp will come in nice and slow. Yeah, come on. So if all else fails, guys, and you can't really get it, you know, nice, thick, and doughy, you get some cornstarch, and you add some cornstarch in there. You know, like I said, you want it nice and thick. Okay, good. Alright, you guys, so you can see how much more flour and cornstarch that I put in there, and you can definitely tell how messy this whole bait making process is, but I'm telling you, it's way worth it. And see how it's starting to stick to my hand like that? That's what I want. I really want it to be nice and sticky and gobby. I don't even think gobby is a word, but I'm coming up with it right now. But you know, this is what you really want. This is what you're really looking for. It's kind of like a stiff dough. So just kind of make sure that all that flour is mixed in there, so it's nice and dry. It stays nice and good. You know, what you can do is you can pre-roll them into balls if you want, and that'll make some a time saver, which is really nice and really easy. Another thing that you can do is, with this amount, you can add 1 egg, and what you do with that egg is you put that here, you mix it up, and then you boil it. And what happens is, when you boil those pre-done balls, they turn into boilies. So in the water, they'll actually suspend off of the bottom with the hook, and that's a really good attractant for carp. They like that a lot. But yeah, this is pretty much it. You know, this is the carp bait version. I'll show you guys how to do the catfish one in here in a minute. But look, that's exactly what you want. This nice, good, sticky ball. You take that off, and that's ready for your treble hook. You know, that's around the size that I like to use, nice and small. Alright guys, that's it. Alright, so now from here, all you really have to do, you know, get some foil, put it over your bag. You know, if you're going to go this route and not do pre-done balls, this is it. This is, you know, this is the end product. This is the consistency that we're looking for. Nice and sticky. You know, this will hook on to your bait really well, or your hook really well. And it'll milk nice. So I don't know if you guys can see, look at that. It just really fibrous, and it's just perfect. It's awesome, almost like gum. Yeah, that's really it. Now here's the catfish one. Alright guys, what's up? So, you know, I showed you guys how to do the carp bait. You know, you can use the same bait for catfish and it works fine, but what I like to do to get my edge is I like to use Big Red Worm's Bloody Lamprey Eel. You know, a lot of people don't use it. Not a lot of people know about it. So I'm going to take my separate ones off to the side. What I want to use for catfish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the container directly from Big Red Worm Company. Put all nice, about half of that blood in there. I'm going to do about 3 or 4 eel chunks in there. And what happens is that blood will get in there and get nice and all mushy. And I'll add that in there to that dough bait. So I get extra scent in on that dough bait. And the real breadwinners, the real producers with this bait is you grab a little gob of the lamprey eel with the dough, and you put that onto a single shank hook, and oh man, it is a killer. It works great. Caught a lot of big catfish using this method, and that's the kind of consistency that you want. It's going to be a lot more runnier than it is going to be, you know, your carp bait. Alright you guys, you know, this is my how-to, and that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoy your day. Be sure to check out Condi's Custom Rods. He's on Facebook, and he's also on the Team Rodfather page. And check us out on YouTube. You know, like, subscribe, and be sure to show some love. Alright, tight lines. You guys have a good one.